getting to the grocery store.
It's hard carrying all those bags.
He uses a hand crank radio.
It's a good workout.
And he even cooks by candle heat.
The scented ones give great flavor.
But you don't have to be like Dan, because Geico makes it easy to save on motorcycle insurance. To see how much you could save, visit geico.com or call 1-800-442-9253.
Everybody's talking at me.
My guest, Rob Sanchez, Job Destruction Newsletter. And you can read his articles at vdare.com. Let me check real quick. We'll probably get back to more on Byrd, but got a call from Indianapolis. Let's go to Carl. You're on with Rob Sanchez.
Hi, Rob. Yeah, I wanted to follow up with what you wrote about Senator Byrd passing away. I had a couple comments. First of all, I thought it would have been a great opportunity to reach out to, all of those poor false consciousness afflicted people who live, west of the Hudson River with the passing of Senator Byrd. But it really kind of was like a snub. There was, from the White House, there was really not that much said about Senator Byrd.
Yes, I want to talk about that a little bit because I am very disappointed that I feel like Obama totally snubbed Byrd during that immigration speech of his.
He mentioned Kennedy, right off the bat.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what happened here is, if you remember during Obama's immigration speech, Obama opened up the speech with a sort of eulogy to Ted Kennedy, which was sort of touching. But in that speech, he never once mentioned Byrd, despite the fact that Byrd's body was in repose in the Senate, which is just a couple miles away from American University, where Obama gave this speech. So, I find that really disappointing that Obama would not even mention Byrd in that manner.
Yeah, I have some other insights into that. I think you look at Byrd and you add the fact that Brian Dorgan and numerous other Democrats who are at least middle of the road on immigration who would follow Senator Byrd's lead, and probably really about 40 or 50 Purple District, probably white male Democrats are probably going to be thrown out in this election. I really think that Obama was sending a message that, kind of to paraphrase, Billy Wilder in the movie Ninotchka, that the upcoming elections in the fall are going to be a great success. There'll be fewer but better Democrats.
Let me ask you, Carl.
I think Obama's striving for ideological purity.
Carl, let me ask you this: Do you think the fact that Byrd at one time was a member of the KKK would have anything to do with Obama ignoring him?
Well, I mean, I think I think the far left of the Democratic Party. I mean, the man was 92 years old, or well into his 90s, in a state like West Virginia, where that was a different time. You have to look at the context of the state. I mean, another person who got short shifted in the media, and I think that, and it says a lot about Byrd's influence in the Democratic Party that people don't realize, is that Byrd helped get John Kennedy elected. He had a very close political advisor, a guy named Charlie Peters. Charlie Peters was a Democratic fellow West Virginian, Democratic strategist, journalist, and they helped to get Byrd. They helped to get Protestant West Virginians to vote for the Catholic John Kennedy. So a lot of people forget that, and John Kennedy never would have got to be president without the help of Senator Byrd and Charlie Peters. Charlie Peters was well into his 80s, and he was on TV to eulogize Senator Byrd. He didn't get that much attention because Charlie Peters himself is one of these guys. Charlie Peters founded a magazine called the Washington Monthly. And from the mid-'70s to really kind of the mid-'90s, it was this magazine that kind of, it was liberal but not orthodox liberal. It was willing to take on the political correctness of the New York Times and the Washington Post. It produced some really great journalists. Mickey Koss, who ran a protest campaign against Barbara Boxer recently on the issue of immigration, he was a guy who worked at the at the Washington Monthly, and another great journalist, a guy named William McGowan, who wrote the book Coloring the News, who just absolutely rips the political correctness, the kind of left Marxist political correctness of the Washington Post and the New York Times.
I'll tell you what, Carl, we're coming up on a break, and
I'm just trying to say that Bird's had a huge influence on the Democratic Party.
What I wanted to say is, why don't you hang on if you want to until after the break, because Rob wanted to comment on a couple things you said. Can you do that?
Definitely.
Okay. Yes.
And then we'll get you right back, and we'll let Rob comment. Speaking, the caller is Carl from Indianapolis, and my guest Rob Sanchez, Job Destruction Newsletter, leadair.com. Our toll-free number 1-800-336-2225.